Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to add a class. So I'm going to come down here to Administration Classes and click on Add. And this screen will come up. And first thing is your class number. It has to be unique. So in case you can't remember what you've already entered in, you can look here and see what you have already got. In this case, we're going to call it 101A because this is going to be an extension of Balanced Math Framework 101A. Now I can have up to 8 characters in here, and I think 3 minimum. I suggest you have numbers on the left, and then if you want to, you can have letters on the right, or just call it 103 like I did over here, where it's just a number. I suggest that you group your numbers so that, like, say the 100s are for elementary school, the 200s are for bus garage, and so on. So that later on, when you come and look at your different classes, you'll be able to easily differentiate them just by what number group they're under. The title of this class is going to be 5 Easy Steps to a Balanced Math Framework. Okay. Um, Here with description, as you can see, I've got none in there already. I can either click in here and write something, which I'm going to do, or I could just leave it be none. The reason that I have none in some of the fields that are going to be in this form is so that when a employee goes to look at a page, if there's nothing for that field, there's no reason for them just to see none, or to see a blank space there. It just won't appear at all. So anyway, for the description, I'm going to put training on implementing a balanced math framework in grades K to 4. Okay. Now, if I wanted to put a smiley face in here, I'm going to put an extra space there so that I have a space on both sides of the smiley face, and then just click the smiley. The website will know that when it sees this code to enter that smiley face. If I want to do a bold or italic, or to change the font size and color, I just need to select it and then to click that. The only thing is that this doesn't work in Internet Explorer 11. It used to work before, i.e., but it does still work in Firefox and Google Chrome. Now, moving on for the date, this is the format that it has to be in. I can click in here and enter it manually, or I can click on this calendar, and I want February 17th to be the date. So I'm going to move this up to the next month and click the 17th, and you can see it enters it in there. Okay, for the time of the class is going to be 9 a.m. to noon. So, as you can see, it's got a little eye here. In different places in the website, you'll see these eyes. Basically, it means that you can change the information that's in this drop down box. You can add a new class time, or you can delete them, or you can change them in case you made a mistake in the spelling. Okay, for registration close date, I'm going to move this up here to February 10th. Okay, so what that's doing is giving me a week between the two of those. And this basically means that an employee can't register for the class after this date. But what that's doing is giving me a little bit of time to get my materials together, um, if I have to order them or whatever it takes to have time to get ready for this class. Okay, location. This particular one is going to be in LMS room 134. Okay, lunchtime, there's not going to be one since the class ends at noon. For instructor, it's going to be Doug Johnson. Also, as you can see in here, some of these names have an asterisk in front of them. That just means that they're not a county employee, so that you can easily differentiate by sight, just looking through here to know which ones are county employees and which ones aren't. In this case, we're going to click Doug Johnson. Instructor in lieu hours. Some counties want to be able to give the instructor um, a little bit of benefit for creating the class, taking the time to put it together. So that's what this is about. For right here, let me skip ahead. Because of the fact that this is a 9 a.m. to 12 class, that means it is 3 hours. So we're going to say 3 hours here for student credit hours or stipend if you choose to make it that way. Anyway, because of that, so some counties, I don't know if all of them do it or not, but they'll give the instructor double whatever the hours is, and that gives them benefit for having taught the class. Additional instructors. In this case, I'm going to say yes. Have additional instructor be Bonnie Beery, and I'm going to give her 6 hours too. Okay, and as you can see, I can have up to 10 altogether. And if I want to, I can also put in a something here, like say West Virginia Department of Education or whatever. And this is basically just to let the employee know what to expect when they're signing up for this class. Okay, service and professional class. It obviously has to be at least one of these, but it's doesn't have to be both. So in this case, I'm going to choose professional since this class is for teachers kindergarten to grade 4. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. This is going to be a core subject area class. It's going to be a high quality class. One thing in here is stipend eligible. If I do not click that, that means that it can't be chosen for a stipend. But if I do check it, it means the employee can sign up and register for this class and choose it to be either for their 18 hours of credit or they can choose to have it for stipend. In this particular case, I'm not going to check that. Anyway, required for all professional employees. And in this case, it's going to be no because it's only for teachers grade through 4. So I would like to, in here, check that it is required for them. So I'm going to come down here to teacher 1, 2, 3, 4, and kindergarten. Okay. Now if I wanted to, and I need to go ahead and check or here. Okay. Because this means that it can, that I'm requiring just these positions. But if I wanted to, I could say schools and positions and say check one of the, any number of these. So it could be, for example, teachers K through 4 only from these 2 schools are required to come. But as it is, I want teachers K through 4 throughout the whole county. Okay, I'm going to go down. I can also limit attendance to only some. Now, what I've done so far is to say that it's required for teachers grade K through 4, but that basically that means that anybody else can sign up for it. They just don't have to. But if I limit attendance, then that means that basically that whatever I select here, they're the only other ones that are allowed to attend this class. But I'm going to say, as far as the limit there, no. Basically, the thing with this class is I just want to require that these teachers are required to attend this class. Okay, if I want to type in some special limitations, I can, or I can choose a special notice that's already been put in here. As you can see, I have an I here that if I need to, I could have gone in and put in something different in here. Class size limit. Uh, Basically, that's like if you're going to have a computer lab and you've only got 20 workstations. Obviously, you don't want 30 people signing up for it. So just type in here whatever. Actually, yeah. Okay, whatever it is that you're gonna um, have as your limit. But I'm not gonna put a limit on it because I want all those teachers to come that I've marked required. As I was saying, this is going to be an extension of the class that I've had before, and I want to have it be where a person has registered for this class before they can sign up for this class, and that sounded kind of weird. In other words, I want a person to have registered for 101 before they're allowed to register for 101A. Okay, I can put comments in here, and I can check any of these boxes that apply. I can choose a funding source, and this is another one. Each year you'll need to come in here and add the current year's funding sources and get rid of the ones that you don't need anymore. So anyway, this should take care of this class. So come in here and click continue. And it says that the instructor's been registered, the main instructor and also the second instructor. Okay, and it says you check that this class is required for some professional employees. Would you like to register for them? Would you like to register them for this class as credit? So if I want to, I'll go ahead and click on that. And basically what that's going to do is all applicable employees, it's going to go ahead and register them for this class.